Hello everyone, and thank you for your time. My name is Craig Akal. I'm one of the founders of ELERIAN, and I'm heading up business development at the company. ELERIAN as a business has been around for 3+ years, primarily as a research and development company in the field of natural language understanding, which means we've taken a voice-first approach, and this gives our models the capability of being applied to any vertical or industry. About 15 months ago, we started positioning our technology for application in the call center space, and we're currently deploying virtual agents into call centers that feel human-like in the way that they interact. Globally, there are about 4 billion calls made every year into call centers, of which less than 0.1% are automated. Firstly, to start off with, the pain points we are addressing and the value that we bring to call centers broadly are twofold. One is regarding customer experience, and then two is financial benefits. On the customer experience side, the agent picks the phone up immediately, so there's no hold times. The agent can resolve queries more quickly than a typical human agent could, so that reduces the time taken for task fulfillment. The agent is able to understand accents and dialects better than most human agents could. It is available 24/7. It more accurately routes calls and provides more accurate information, and is providing as well a standardized call engagement process. Regarding financial benefits, the cost of our agent is 70% less than a human on a per minute basis. The returns, the ROIs on the product are extremely high, and what we do typically is to focus on automating the high value, less complex tasks and allow human operators freed up capacity to deal with high value tasks and edge cases. I'm going to start by showing a demonstration of how we build the agent and then what that looks like in a live use case. In this use case, I'm building a voice bot to handle vehicle insurance claims. The bot will answer calls, identify and authenticate the caller, and then manage the whole vehicle insurance claims process for windscreen and hail damage. You can see the dashboard screen for this new agent we are building. In the right-hand panel, we have the conversational design being mapped out, and in the main panel, we are creating the nodes. These nodes are building blocks to direct the conversational flow. The nodes are used to collect data from the caller, confirm the accuracy of what has been captured, control the logic of the interaction, communicate with the client's internal systems, and provide information back to the caller. Under the hood, our language model is trained to understand the meaning behind the caller's utterances, even when said in a variety of different ways. The conversation path is created real-time throughout the call, with the system continually ensuring the most efficient path to solve what it is that the caller needs to get done. The conversation is designed without coding, and the flow is created using nodes via drag and drop. You can see how user-friendly the dashboard is, and how it facilitates the straightforward building of even complex conversational interactions. In this example, the agent is being set up to answer the call and ask the caller for their South African identity number. This is then checked firstly to ensure it is a valid 13-digit identity number, and secondly against the call center's database to ensure the caller is a customer. We're able to set accuracy parameters to validate information dependent on the nature of the information required from the caller. So, for example, in entities such as ID numbers and bank account numbers, where we need a high degree of precision, the parameters would be set high. And for more general utterances or names where there could be different spelling, we would set a lower accuracy threshold. We are building in two fallbacks in this example. If the agent doesn't understand the caller at the first attempt, we will ask them the question in a different way and ask them to repeat the ID number slowly. And if that still doesn't work, then deflect to DTMF tones so the caller can type their ID number into the phone. Once the caller is identified, the agent will retrieve their mobile number from the database and send a one-time PIN text to the caller for them to read back to the agent. Assuming the caller reads the OTP correctly, the identification and verification process is then complete. If at any point in the journey the agent encounters a roadblock, or if the caller's details do not match records, the agent will hand across to a human operator. The caller can also ask to speak to a human at any point. Once the call has been verified, the next step in the journey is to establish what the claim is for. In this example, the options are glass damage, hail damage, theft, or an accident. For glass and hail damage, the claims are fully automated with the agent asking for the vehicle make and model, which it matches to records, the date and time of the incident, a short description of the incident, and the details of any damage done to the vehicle. The agent will confirm that the claim is approved and send an SMS notification or email to the caller with the following details: the claim reference number, confirmation that an instruction with all relevant details has been sent to the Fitment Centre and that the centre will be in touch with the caller shortly, the Fitment Centre's details, and confirmation of the excess amount. This entire journey took less than 2 hours to build and with no coding required. It is automating an insurance process that for large call centres could be thousands of calls per day, each taking an average of around 5 minutes of a human operator's time. We're achieving a digital agent success rate of 98% in use cases around authentication and validation, well ahead of what one could expect even the best human operator to perform it. I'm now going to show you what that agent looks like in a live use case.
Good day. Welcome to Shore Call. I am an automated agent here to assist with your call. How can I help you today?
Hi there. I need to make an insurance claim.
Okay, I can help you with that. Before we proceed with the claim, I will need to verify some of your details. May I have your South African ID number, please?
Yes, sure. It's 810-427-512-0080.
Thank you. And can I confirm your name?
Yes, it's Eric Noel.
Thanks, Eric. I have just sent a 4-digit PIN to the mobile phone number we have on record for you. Please, can you confirm receipt and read it back to me?
Thanks, I have it. It's 0082.
Great, thanks. All your details have been verified. Can you tell me the nature of the claim?
Yes, I was driving on the freeway and my windscreen was hit and badly damaged by a stone. It came from under the tire of the car in front of me.
I see. Can you tell me the time and place of the incident?
Sure. It happened earlier today around 11:30 a.m. I was on the N2 highway on the way to collect my son from the airport.
Okay, thanks for that. Please, can you confirm the make and model of your car?
Yes, it's a Land Rover Sport 2017 model.
That's great, thank you. I can confirm you are covered for this incident under your policy, and your claim reference number is CR5656. I have just sent this to you by SMS. Can I go ahead and forward the claim details to a glass fitment centre nearest to your home address?
Yes, that would be great.
Okay, I have sent the details of your claim to AZ Glass, Seapoint. They will be in touch with you shortly. The excess amount you will need to pay is 500 Rand. Is that in order?
Yes, okay.
Thanks. The Fitment Centre have all the details they need. I have sent their contact details to you via SMS.
Sounds good, thanks.
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, that's all for now.
Glad I could help you, Eric. Could I ask you to rate our service between 1 and 5, with 5 being great?
5.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.
Our models are industry agnostic, so that example was around an insurance journey, but would be implemented in very much the same way across travel use cases, lifestyle use cases, etc., etc. Our leadership team, our chairman is El Lindsay. El was with the Amazon Group from 2004 to 2019, and in 2011 he was part of the founding team of Alexa, and he ran the data science and engineering team at Alexa for 8 years until his retirement. Our CEO is Dion. Dion has founded various businesses and has worked both in the corporate world and in the tech world as well. Our CTO is Alfredo Gemma. Alfredo has been in deep learning and AI for about 25 years, and he's a thought leader in the AI space in Europe. Our head of product is Alan Kent. Alan has held head of product positions at various profile companies, and he joined us about 12 months ago as we started to position the technology for commercial application. I'm going to run through the pieces of our solution, the components, The first part is automatic speech recognition, and this really is the agent's ability to hear and transcribe what it is that the caller is saying. Obviously, in use cases such as call centers, you need to have a very high degree of accuracy because you're capturing entities such as bank account numbers, names, social security numbers, etc. And getting things 70% right just means that they're wrong. So we've got two proprietary speech recognition engines that we run, and then a third engine, which is a third-party solution, company called DeepGram in the US. That engine looks for transcriptions of general language. Our two engines look for specific entities that are specific for the particular use case the agent is being applied to. We also train the agent on customer-specific historical data, and collectively, those three engines, and the fact that we train on custom data, give us a very high level of accuracy, well over 90%. The second piece of the solution is the natural language understanding, and this really is our heritage, and how I said at the beginning, where we spent 3 years of our time in research and development. Our models are also trained using customer historical data, and this gives us a level of fluency which is ahead of anything else that you'll see in the marketplace, certainly in South Africa. And our models have the ability to understand context and caller intent very accurately. We also have 60+ sentiment and emotion detection features built into our language models as well. The intelligence model is essentially the first domain that you saw is a representation of the intelligence model. It is built out using a dashboard on drag and drop without coding. The intelligence model continuously creates a path to query resolution real time that is the most efficient. So as it's receiving information, it's constantly changing the path to direct the conversation in the most efficient way. The intelligence model plugs into clients' backend systems such as CRMs, web services, third-party products via APIs without any coding required as well. The solution is omni-channel. As you saw in the demo, the agent is able to talk obviously through voice, but then also through SMS and email, and we can switch seamlessly between text and voice. The last piece of the solution is the analytics. And this really is, we provide two types of analytics broadly. One is around the digital agent's performance. And it is completely auditable and transparent. So you can go and search within conversations for particular keywords or timestamps. It will log any errors that the agent's made and feed them back into the system so that it's constantly being improved. And then the second type of metrics we apply are business metrics or business KPIs. I spoke about the accuracy of our speech recognition. This is a comparison of the error rates that we're achieving versus competitor products or incumbent products. We are currently the only solution in South Africa that can transcribe South African accents and dialects real time. And you'll see there what our success rates are relative to other products. And again, just to reiterate, this is on the back of running 3 separate speech recognition engines and training on customer historical data. And these two things collectively give us very high levels of accuracy. Just to broadly see how we compare and what our differentiators are against the big incumbent products. We've spoken about lateral language understanding. We've spoken about the custom speech recognition. We've spoken about the no-code conversation design. We are able to deploy our solution both on-premise and in the cloud. We're seeing a lot of customers, particularly in financial services, now moving towards on-premise deployment, and that's really around data protection and not wanting data to leave their environment. We currently support Avaya as a telephony system and are now working on next telephony system integrations. The commercial benefits of the solution are immense. Here we've used a big call center as a benchmark, 1,000 agents, but the solution provides positive ROI at agent call center sizes way less than this. If we use an average salary cost per month of 14,000 Rand and apply some overhead to that, the cost of running 1,000 seat call center is a roughly 250 million Rand a year. The number of minutes out of a call center of that size would be close to 40 million. That's after applying leave time, time not on the calls, and shrinkage. All of that rolls back to a cost per minute for a human agent, roughly, or on average in South Africa, of R6.25. Our solution costs R1.80 per minute. And you can see at various levels of automation what that translates to in terms of savings. So at a 30% level of automation, the savings are 50 million Rand a year. At 50%, the savings are 85 or 86 million Rand a year. And at 70%, 120 million Rand a year. This is what our deployment process looks like. Typically, we'll start with a customer by working with a customer to understand their historical data and to map out what a first use case could look like. That takes about a week. We then build a standalone customized agent based on the use case that has been identified and agreed. There is no integration for this agent, so the customer is able to test it just as a web-based product. It takes us about 2 weeks to build that. There are some costs involved. This really is around transcribing the data that we get from the customer. So typically we'd look for 50 plus hours of data. We would transcribe that. We then also augment it with some synthetic data that we create for the specific use case. Assuming it goes well and the customer wants to proceed to integration, the back and front end integrations can take us 4 to 6 weeks, depending on the customer environment, at a cost of around 1.5 and 3 million or to 3 million Rand. And that again, it's charged out on an hourly basis. We don't look to make many money off that. And the range really depends on what the customer's environment looks like. We can provide a customized voice representative of the brand, should a customer want that, at a cost of 600,000 Rand. Alternatively, a customer can use an off-the-shelf solution. As I said earlier, our agent cost is R1.80 per minute against an average cost of R6.25 of a human agent. There's a monthly licensing fee of 150,000 Rand, and that's for full use of our tech stack, and we provide ongoing support and maintenance. Typically, the first use case that we agree with clients are around identification and verification. It allows us to provide immediate return off the bat, generally saving the first minute or 15% of a call, and we're achieving a 98% success rate for this use case. Thereafter, once integrated, we are able to very quickly, and you saw that with how we built the agent out earlier on in the demo, automate next intents literally in a couple of hours per intent. So a call center that has a large call center might have 150 different reasons why a customer would be phoning in. We can go and automate probably 30 of those per month at no extra cost. As I said earlier, we look to automate the higher value, low to medium complexity tasks that are repetitive, freeing the human agent up to do the more valuable tasks. And we typically target around a 30 to 70% automation across the call center. That really depends on the use cases. I'm going to end by showing a video of where we would like to take our technology over the next 3 to 5 years. A lot of the components required to deliver this level of experience have already been built and exist. And really, a lot of those are being fed into the call center product and are the reasons why we are able to deliver such a sophisticated experience. This is where the company would like to be in the next 3 to 5 years.
Morning, Haley. After your training later, you should think about replacing the cacao in your recovery smoothie with a greens-based alternative to alkalis. Shall I order greens for life? Yes, please. Power 10. I'm going to need your full strength today. Make as many decisions as possible for me. Sure. What are we wearing today? Shall we rock the cellar and crush this interview? Oh, love it. Yeah, let's go with that. Get me ready for this interview. Remember to focus on your qualification for sentient machine computing. Dialing you in now. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Haley.
Hi, Haley.
Great to meet you all. You should really be running instead. Sure you don't want to go with my recommendation?
You know, Siri would never have told me what to do.
Thanks again for your time. Myself and a couple of our team members will be available to answer any questions in the ELERIAN room.